A very good evening to everyone. On behalf of Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, I take this opportunity to welcome you all to day 5 of Disha Career Conclave on Is Engineering or Medicine the Only Option? Today we have with us Mr. Sudhir, Mr. Hari Lakshman and Ms. Shruti to deliver the session. Once again, thank you all for joining. Before we start, please note that if you have any doubts, type it in the chat box. We will be addressing all your doubts at the end of the session. Now, without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Sudhir, who have got hands-on experience on career guidance sessions and handling counseling teams to take up the session. Over to you, Sudhir.
Thank you, Nija. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Good evening to each and every students who have taken their precious time today during this pandemic. All of you are attending these online classes, and all of you are getting information through this internet mode and all. Because of this technological boom, we are able to share these ideas through this online medium. A lot of people are very much keen to learn more about these things, because these things you need to know when you are making a huge career step forward in your life, because getting into undergraduation is not a small decision. So you need to do, or you need to research about lot more things can affect you, because after 4 years of your time you should understand what is good for you and what is bad for you. You need to predict it, what kind of things you will be having, more opportunities and all. So people, please listen to this session. We have conducted lot more topics in the past 4 days, and if you still want to attend this session, I will be giving you all these videos which we have conducted in the last 5 days, and you can all watch the videos again. Today's topic is about mainly about how you can plan your studies apart from engineering and medicine. A lot of people will be thinking engineering is the better thing and medicine is the better thing and all. So before that, to give a brief introduction about us, we are one of the prominent institutions in the country. We are ranked fourth by NIRF. We are A level accreditation through NAC also. Our main agenda today is to give you more value based education, so you need to be able to transform the society around you through your education. So you need to solve the problems which are faced by the society using your education. That's what I will be helping you to understand through all these sessions which we have conducted. And a lot of people will be thinking Amrita is only offering courses in engineering and all. No, we are offering lot more programs other than engineering. If your friends, your relatives or your family is interested in other courses also, you can make them understand about our courses. Please go to our website amrita.edu. You will get lot more ideas. So we offer engineering, art, media and journalism, humanities, management, allied healthcare, medicine and sciences. So we have almost around 20,000 to 50 plus students, 1,470 plus faculty members, 800 plus PhD faculty, 207 programs, 15 constituent schools and 6 campuses we have. So the main thing is you should understand, we have conducted in the past 4 days. These are the topics like how to understand about your 21st century skills. Students, if you have missed this session, anyway, they are available in YouTube. And again, we will be mailing you these links if you register through our website. And changing faces of engineering careers, engineering branches in detail, higher education abroad. And today's session is engineering and medicine as the only option or not. So the main thing is, whenever you are planning a career, as I have told, first understand the opportunities available to you. Okay, so whatever career decision you are making today, all of you are interested in engineering. That's why you are keen about listening to Amrita's sessions and keen about understanding what we are going to teach. So that's why if you are really interested in engineering, or if you are interested in any other domain, first understand the opportunities. Okay, so and what kind of career you can get into, and what kind of academics you are going to read. Will maths will be a priority in that career, and what kind of desire or your personality need to be aligned towards that career. That's why planning about your career is very vital. So this is the basic thing you should consider if you are getting into any career. So first thing is understand yourself, like understand your skills, understand your personality, understand your interest, and get to know the values. So first thing is knowing yourself. is very vital. Then explore the possibilities. If you're really interested in a career domain, maybe you are interested in an art, maybe you are interested in hotel management or other careers also, explore the possibilities, what kind of options you will have once you complete that. Then once you get all the knowledge about those domains and all, then make choices. That means set goals for you. So then plan. So develop a plan to reach that goal. Making choices is very much important, then making it happen is very much important. Plan it and work hard to achieve it. That is very vital. So okay, please understand first about yourself, then explore the possibilities, then make choice. And a lot of people will be thinking, I want to become an astronaut, I want to become a police, or I want to become an actor, I want to become a sports person. These kind of ambitions will be there. I want to become a scientist in ISRO, or I want to become a movie star. These kind of ambitions all of you will be having. But the main thing you should understand today is, so what is your actual ambition versus reality today? If you want to get into or if you want to become an astronaut, so what kind of hard work you need to do? First understand it, which will be very important, because it's a very rigorous training is required, and very much health monitoring is required if you really want to become an astronaut, or if you want to become a movie star, or if you want to become a sports person. So there are a lot of dedication, there is a lot of determination required. And parents also plays a huge role in shaping your kids future. Okay, please making understand today, if you go and watch some movie called Singham or something, and you will come out and say I want to become a police and all, that's not reality. First understand, are you really fantasizing that career, or really you are aiming to get into that career? That is what difference. If you see a police around you or surrounding your home, who is way more powerful, looking at him, you might decide I want to become a police. Or there are a lot more engineers in your circle, so you will be looking at them and thinking I want to become an engineer. So that's not the way you make a career choice. First thing is, try to understand that career domain, try to understand the opportunities, try to understand the career path of the domain. How you can settle if you get into the domain is very much important. Do not fantasize the career, have a proper ambition. And what are the basic errors lot more people do while choosing a career is, so lot more people might be joining any stream, either engineering or a medicine or art or finance, maybe because of parental pressure. If you really have that parental pressure, don't get into that career, because later you will struggle. Parents also, I am asking you or requesting you to not to pressure your kid into some careers, because later they will only struggle and all. So peer pressure also, a lot of students what they will be doing is, if their friend have joined engineering, they will also, irrespective of their ability, they will also join engineering, later they will be struggling. So don't get into that and follow this mob mentality in the sense, in your school almost 20 30 students are going for engineering, you also want to go into engineering. So that should not be the mentality. Don't be what we say, a person in mob. It's like a person in a group who doesn't have his own capacity to take his own decisions. Okay, lot of people are inclined towards medical or engineering, thinking these are the only best careers available. No, these are not the only best career available. There are a lot more careers available to you today, which can fetch you more and more things. And there are possibilities lot. One more error what students and parents do is, they will be thinking, if you get into this profession or this career, you can get a job abroad, or you can earn a government job. So don't be in that mindset. Whatever career you will be, or whatever group you choose, every group will be having an opportunity to go abroad. If you really work hard, every group will earn you a government job. Okay, don't follow the trend and all. First thing you need to understand, career is divided into two types. One is education based career, and second is talent based career. So in these two things, you should understand, if you really want to go to education based career, then get to know the subjects required for that career. Today if you want to get into arts, so arts means you should be having good marks or good knowledge in social or history or these kind of subjects which are required for arts. Or if you want to get into engineering, engineering, physics, maths, chemistry are compulsory. So that likewise, Education based career means if you get a good marks in that undergraduation, it will be easy for you to get a job with the necessary skills required for that job. Talent based career, lot of people fantasize about these things, because talent based careers means a singer, a musician, or a movie star or a sports person. These careers are solely based on your talent. So you want, if you want to become a sports person, if you are aiming for that now, so it's very hard, because if you see any sports person, take their teenage years, they might be playing at district level, or they might be playing at state level. So if you are not playing at district level or state level now, you have passed away that time which is required to get the necessary skills to become a professional sports person or a musician. If you are really having that skill, like you can play in a district level or a state level right now. If you want to really become a sports person, then talent based career can be a little bit easy to achieve. But if you want to start your talent based career now, it will be hard to achieve. It will take 10 more years to reach a professional level. I'm not saying it's not possible, but please understand the difference. Education based career is right now easy for you, or easy path for you to take. Talent based career, it's hard path. If you choose that, there will be a lot more hurdles. But education based career is easy for you, because the subjects which you will be studying will be from your foundation courses which you have done in your school years only. So that's what you should understand. Then the next thing is what course, what group I need to take. A lot more people today attending have taken science, commerce, and arts groups and all. So maybe if you are inclined towards science, go ahead and take science. If you are really inclined towards commerce, go ahead and take commerce. If you are really inclined towards arts, go ahead and take that, because every group have its equal opportunities today. Do not think only science group people are having more opportunities. So this is the proper plan which you should be following while choosing a career and all. So first thing is interests, values, your personality, your contacts, your qualification, your location, your skills. These are the factors which will be involved when you are making a career decision. Okay, when you are choosing a career, that's what you should understand. Then people are confused. Only engineering I want to get into IITs, or if you are interested in medical, I want to get into AIMS or JIPMER. These are because these are the premier colleges which are available in our country. Through engineering entrance exam, you can attend to it. But there lies what's the scope. So you should understand, these are the careers which everybody say engineering and medicine are having lot more opportunities. Today I want to give you some information about what are other domains which are having good scope also, or good knowledge, because today you should have a backup plan. If not this, what to do? So that kind of knowledge you should have. At least you need to be able to understand what are the opportunities of other groups also. That then that point of time you will have a confidence. If you really want to get into arts, be a degree course is one thing. So look at this course. If you can get a BA degree course in history, economics, political science, psychology, sociology, anthropology, literature, actual science, geography, education, there are a lot more government jobs, PUC jobs available in these domains also. If you complete arts, a lot of people think only engineers can get government jobs, but these domains, if you complete arts also, you can write competitive exams after that, and you will get good knowledge in these courses also. Some people have an aim to write UPSC or something. So if you're really inclined towards writing UPSC, degree course might help you in a better way. But people, lot of engineers also crack UPSC, but they will be writing their own subject. They won't be writing this history and economic subjects. Okay. So what kind of career you can get into if you are doing BA means you can become an anthropologist, you can become archaeologist, education, and you can become a historian. These people also earn and very good, because you can become a psychologist. Today the psychology people are earning more and are in demand in these days, because everybody is having some mental pressure because they are working from home, or they are unable to get a good job. So this kind of mental pressure, lot more people are having lot more psychological problems these days. maybe in the coming days a psychological counselor will be a good job, because that is booming these days. Okay, or you can get a good career in public administration, because after reading about all these subjects you'll be having good knowledge, and you can write UPSC and you can get into civil services and public administration. Okay, okay. There is very much respect if you take these kind of subjects also. Okay, so also you can do some vocational courses also. You can get into social work, mass communication. A lot of people will be thinking, if I want to work in TV industry, what kind of courses I need to do? So you can get into mass communication. So if you get into mass communication or journalism, you can get work in media industry also. So or you can get into some food technology also. You can get into food and nutrition and dietetics and health psychology. So these kind of vocational courses also available today. And the next one is, what is the scope of commerce? So scope of commerce, almost everybody today know commerce means chartered accountants. I know everybody knows only chartered accountants, but apart from chartered accountants, there are a lot more things a commerce student can do. They can get into, or they can specialize in these courses. So these are financial accounting and auditing, and banking and finance, actuarial science, company secretarial practice, and foreign trade practice. You can get into business management also. So these are the courses. If you get into commerce, you can do 3 degrees way, which is B commerce, BBA, and BBM. And after doing this, you can do the specializations also. You can get a master's degrees also. But after completing these things, what kind of careers are available? You can become a banker, you can become an accountant. So there are a lot more scopes. Or you can do higher academics also, you by doing MCom, MBA, CA, CFA. So these kind of things are available to you, higher academic opportunities also. Okay, then main thing is, what are the graduate courses or vocational courses available? What is in my vocational courses is, you can do it as a specializations when while you are doing jobs also, which can fetch you more knowledge, or in-depth knowledge in these things, and can get you more profile oriented jobs. Like today, if you want to get into shares and debentures, like trade analysis and all, like investment analysis and organization is one course which you can do. And the next one is computer systems and application, direct and indirect taxation. So entrepreneurship is one thing. So these kind of graduate courses in various vocational subjects are also available for commerce students. You can refer to this slide also afterwards, just go through it in a thorough manner. You'll be able to understand, because lot more people today are asking which course is popular in commerce and all. There are a lot more courses are popular for commerce students, but the main thing is how you can make the most of it. For finance and accounts, you can become a banker, you can become a chartered financial analyst, you can become an economist, you can become an equity research analyst, forex dealer, investment banker, venture capitalist. You know, venture capitalists are the people in demand these days, because everybody is trying to become an entrepreneur in India who is having good knowledge. So venture capitalists are the people who can give funds to you to put up or come up with a new startup and all. So venture capitalist will be having huge opportunities if you have good knowledge in this kind of segment and all. Okay, so what is the scope of science? Because being a science student, you only know about engineering, but there is lot more to science students than engineering also. You can get into BSc, or the main courses which might be involved are physics and chemistry, mathematics, geology, statistics, biochemistry, computer science, and information technology and electronics. So these are all coming under us the specialization or the streams which you can get into if you are really interested in science segment. Okay, so industrial chemistry, polymer chemistry, lot more things you can do if you are getting into science stream. But science stream people only think science stream in the sense science with physics, chemistry and maths means only engineering. Science with physics, chemistry and biology means only doctor. It's not like that. There are other careers also which are available to you. So general sciences courses which you can do is zoology, botany, microbiology, biochemistry. These are general science courses. And also you can get into applied component subjects like biotechnology, horticulture, marine science, environmental science, food production, preservation, or you can get into biochemistry, applied nutrition, health information and administration. So I'm just giving you some information and input. So I am not just telling you which course is having more opportunities. It's up to you to make the decision, because people have that kind of mindset where they will be thinking only particular sect or particular domain is having good job opportunities. That kind of dilemma or that kind of mentality every student is having these days. Do not get into that. So every domain is having equal opportunities today. It's up to you, it's up to your capability to make the most out of it. That's what you should understand. So if you are getting into this science stream with biology, can become a doctor, or other than doctor also, how many people know about nuclear medicine technology or respiratory therapy technology or prosthesis and orthosis or audio and speech therapy, so occupational therapy, optometry. There are a lot more things other than doctor also, if you are getting into medical and paramedical science courses also. Then, as if you are really interested in healthcare, these are some of the things which you can do. Like you can become a doctor, you can become a cardiologist, you can become a dentist, nurse, nutritionist, occupational therapist, physiotherapist. So these are the job titles, some of the job titles which you can get into if you are really interested in healthcare. So these are some of not the premium level job titles, but you can also, these are some small technician jobs which you will be getting if you are interested in science courses. Then the next one is hotel industry. So a lot of people think hotel industry is not a good domain to get into. You don't know the salaries a manager in hotels like Taj are getting. They're earning way more than actual what is say actual engineering graduate, not even comparable. If you say, if you take a manager in Taj, of course a lot of you know, people know ITC, Taj, you might have heard about these hotels. The manager in these hotels earn a minimum of 2 to 5 lakh per month. So these people are of higher cadre and high earning people. So these people will be having good facilities also, because they will be staying in the hotel with their facilities and all. So that kind of earning capability, if is there for people who are getting into hotel management, catering and nutrition. A chef in a five-star hotel will be earning 5 lakhs per month. You know, you'll be amazed to hear their stories, their lifestyle, if you talk with any chef in any this premium hotels, because their lifestyle is way better than what an engineering graduate is doing. So that just because you know only engineering people surrounding you, do not think these people are not making much out of it. And main thing is, these people can get jobs in abroad also, because they have hotel chains all over the world, whatever five-star hotels which we are talking about, and they can move around the world, they can work there. So those kind of opportunities these people will be having. So they can work as in front office, they can work in as a chef, or they can work as a food and beverages, or they can become a hotel manager and all. But people will be thinking this is not a job to get into, or this is not a good specialization to get into. So I just want to make you understand these are the domains which are available to you today, which you can look up to also. And one more thing is career profile of a biological science students. You can become an agriculturalist, you can become a biochemist, bioinformatics, biotechnologist, environmentalist, fishery science, forestry, horticulture, marine biologist, microbiologist. These are students who are really interested in biological science and all. These are some of the career domains which they can get into. Okay. And architecture, a lot of people ignore about this architecture. There are a lot of good exams, competitive exams are there. Even our JE is also conduct a BArch and our bits. Lot of competitive exams are there for architecture and all, because if there is a need for infrastructure in any country, there is a need for architecture. So people won't be simply just drawing a sketch on in their mind, and they will be building these IT parks in skyscrapers and all. So they require a proper person who can give them a proper blueprint to a building or anything. So these people are also high in demand. So whatever statues or stadiums which are built in our country in recent years are planned by these architectures. That means they are also in demand, which you should be considering. The next one is home science related courses and all, which I have already talked about. And One more thing is hospitality industry. So hospitality industry, I have only talked about hotel management on, and also you can get into travel and tourism or air hostess. So these kind of things also you want to get into. So some of the things which I have talked about is talent based careers. So talent based careers is very hard jobs or hard earning jobs, but once you have created a name for you or fame for you, then it will be an easy job. Until that point of time it will be a struggle for you. So if you are really believing in getting into talent based careers, and if you really want to get into management, so these are some of the domains which you can get into. One is brand managing, business development manager or event manager, export manager, human resources manager, or market research executive. So all of you know an event manager, right? You might have seen some audio functions or pre-release events about a movie. So who manages those kind of events, the big events? I'm only talking about big events. There are middle events like marriage events, or there are business class meetings or educational events happening. So a lot more events will be happening in our day-to-day life, but because of covid-19 pandemic they might have got affected a little bit. But even management is also a big thing to do. And market research executive, so to understand the market, give them a proper analysis, and to come up with new product ideas. Market research executive is also one thing. And operations and logistics managers and retail managers. So these are some of the things which you can get into if you are really interested in management. These are the things which you need to look up to if you really want to get into media and communication, because a lot of students will have, some of the students want to get into media industry or TV industry. They can become a cinematographer, client service executive, visualizer, media planner, public relation executive. These are some of the things. The main thing today you should understand, uh, believe in this four P's, which I am going to tell you. Have a purpose for your life. So whatever you are going to do, have a purpose, be passionate about what you are doing, understand the possibilities, and have the power to achieve whatever you are believing in. So these four p's, you remember it for life. It will be very essential for you. Okay, today start believing yourself that you have the power to achieve whatever you're aiming for. And you have understood all the possibilities available, you have understood all the opportunities available for you, and you have the passion to achieve it, and the purpose is there. Okay. And main thing you should understand is, whatever career domain today you are getting into, either it's in agriculture, or either it's in art and design, or either it's in hotel management, there is a heavy dose or there is a heavy usage of technology. If you see, before, restaurants, the order taken is mainly based on a small notebook. But if you go to premium restaurants now, they are taking orders on a small tablets and all, or they are delivering food on a slider and all, or they are using a robot to deliver the food in some restaurants. Likewise, technology usage has been increased in any domain. If you see in art and design, also designing new things, there is a usage of technology. Likewise, you should understand what is the importance of artificial intelligence, and what is the importance of robotics, and how you can learn them. Whatever domain you are getting into, these things are very much vital to learn. So do not think I am an arts and science student, or I am not an I'm not an engineer. I don't require to know about technology, because if you don't want to know about technology, then you should not use smartphones. Then you should not use the apps which are developed. So have a better understanding how these apps work, how these things are developed, how you can utilize for your benefit is very much vital. Okay, the main thing today you need to understand is, if you really want to go from one place to another, or today as a designer you want to purchase good materials for your designing, so you will be using Amazon or Flipkart kind of things, and try to get the most out of this online ordering and all. Likewise, if you have a restaurant, can you use a robot there to deliver these things? It might not be the costly in the community right now. Using AI and robotics in a restaurant or a public place might be a costly thing, but in the coming days, if there is lot more use of these things, so there might be cheaper versions, or there might be a good cost effective robots will be coming. So likewise, my colleague will be helping you to understand the importance of AI, robotics in the career domains which we have talked about. A lot of people will be thinking, if you are an art and designer, the no technological knowledge is required, no computer knowledge is required. Gone are the days. So all the jobs today require you to know at least some basics about computer. Okay, so my colleague today will be helping you to understand what is the role of AI and what is the role of robotics and how you can learn these things from your home, even if you are not interested in getting into engineering. Have a better understanding about these things, and over to you, Hari. You can tell them how they can learn about AI and robotics from their home, and what's the importance of these things in each and every domain.
Sure, sir, sure. So thank you, Sudeep, for elaborate such an informative session. So I'll be continuing from now, and let me share my screen just a second. Yes, so myself, I'm Hari Lakshman, and I'm working as a technical assistant in Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham. And today I'll be showing you guys about the robotics and AI in other fields. I mean, other than engineering and other than the core fields which you might or you would have thought it is the only field where it's not the thing. So today is all about how robotics and AI is playing a vital role in unique sectors like arts, science, commerce, and as well as in agriculture. So today's agenda is that I'll be talking about a bit of tiny intro about robotics and AI, what robots and what AI is actually, and I'll be showing you different types of robots and its applications, and I'll be talking about how it will be. I mean, the both AI and robots are going to play a vital role in the influence. I mean, what kind of influence is going to have in your future job in art, science, and agriculture. So starting on, let's understand what exactly robotics and AI is all about. So robotics is nothing but a subject where we'll be learning about how to make a robot and how to maintain the robot and how to update a robot. The same goes for artificial intelligence too. So first of all, these two are separate entities. It is not the same because many of the people have come into own conclusion that robots and AI are nothing but it is a synonymous terms, but it's not. So AI is more kind of a software type, and robots are more of a hardware type. So without AI system, also there can be a robot. And for example, if you are building a robotic arm, or if you're going to build a car which is going to be non-autonomous, it is completely going to be under your own control. Then we call it as a non-AI robot because we are not going to use any autonomous system. I mean the AI system in the robot. So what artificial intelligence is that it is actually a mixture, or it is more of an autonomous intelligence, I should say. It is not only about artificial, it is also about autonomous, because there in AI systems it is actually created or inspired from the human intelligence. So we are going to create something artificial. We are going to mimic the humans understanding and humans emotions as well as humans thinking to one system. It can be a robot, it can be a drone, it can be an even it can be a bit of chip which can be inserted inside your phone, or it can be inside your laptop, whatever it may be. It can be in the cloud. So that's the software part, and that's what A is all about. So in robotics subject, we'll be I mean, the robotic subject is actually about learning mechanical entity and its electrical and electronic entities and computer science and also the psychology, because all these are going to play each and every role in building a robot. Because if you want to build a robot, all these factors are necessary. You need to be well versed in mechanical intelligence. I mean, you should be able to design it, you should be able to provide enough dynamic and kinematic supports. And in electrical and electronic parts, the robot does need a motor, and it does need some electronic components like Arduino board or any kind of microcontroller, few wires and power source. So those parts comes under the electronic part. electronic factor. And the next factor is computer science. In computer science, we'll be programming it. We'll be building algorithms and we'll be command. It acts as a bridge between the mechanical and electronic systems. So that's what computer science uh, its role in it. And psychology. Psychology is also going to be a very vital role in robotics, because if a robot if a robot is being deployed in an environment or in a public place, the robot must need to know what it is doing in it, and it also need to be aware where it is and who are the people around it and how to deal with the people. So that's very important. And not only that, robotics can be implemented. I mean, robots can be used in various sectors, like in a child care center, or it can be even in your office, it can be in your classroom. And I'll be showing you those applications and types over in the coming up slides. So in all those factors, or wherever the robot is going to be deployed, psychology is must thing for the robot's intelligence. So now let's view about the industrial revolution. Actually, now currently this year would be a great stepping stone for industrial revolution 4.0. Why I have included this slide in this session is that we need to be aware what's happening around us. Industrial revolution 1, 2, 3, all those happened in the past, played a vital role in each and every part and each and every day in our life. you know Let me show you with an example. So in industrial revolution 1, there people invented steam power for looming purposes, like for thread looming and for making dresses and costumes. So by then, only then, people I mean the Ford, who the Ford I mean, Henry Ford is the founder of Ford company, and he got inspired from the steam power, and he implemented the same steam power mechanism to a car, and that's how he built a car. So industrial revolution 1.0 is all about making steam power and mechanization of production, and as well as building cars. So everyone is having a car now. So that's one great revolution. And then second revolution, electricity and assembly line production came up, because only then our Tesla invented electricity, and he also invented various stuffs about how to carry around the electricity all over the world. And that played a vital role in electricity and as well as with the mass production line. And in third revolution, the partial automation, I mean the computerization happened. Today we all own a computer or a laptop or even a mobile phone. So everything is due to a great revolution in this century, I mean in the 20th and 21st century. So this so what I am trying to explain is that each revolution plays a vital role not only in industries but in our day-to-day life too. In revolution 4.0, what's going to happen is that the 5G and 6G is going to happen. It's not only about 3G and 4G anymore, and it's all about networking and speed. And due to this 5G and 6G technology, the autonomous capabilities of not only about the robots and also about any kind of automatons, any kind of UAVs, I mean the drones, whatever the hi-fi technology is going to be there. So everything is going to change, and you're going to encounter a robot in day-to-day life too. Just like how cars become a part of our day-to-day life, and how electricity came into our life, and how computers played a vital role in our everyday life. And that's the same thing is going to happen with industrial revolution 4.0 also. So irrespective of what other field you may be, you can be any kind of engineer, or you can be any kind of agriculture people, or you can be into art section, it doesn't matter. Everywhere the robots and automatons are going to help you, and it's going to be a part of your life soon. So that's the purpose of this session, and I'll just show you about few types of robots and its trending, so that you'll get a good idea of what's happening around the world and what are the different types of robots that you might encounter in the very future. So the first one would be aerospace and drones. Now many people would have already encountered what a drone is, like the mentioned here. This type of drone, we call it as an quadcopter. So quadcopter is something used for used for video purpose and photography purpose, and even for surveillance purposes. So these kinds of drone, even today, in irrespective of whatever the state you may be from India, so all over the India now these drones are being used for even used for marriage functions or even used for some educational purposes too. And there are many other factors and many other examples of how these drones are playing vital role in our own country itself. So even in our border, I mean in Jammu Kashmir, and as well as in monitoring Pakistan as well as the China border, India is using a wide range of drones for surveillance purpose. And one, if you have a good knowledge in what's happening with today's India or current affairs, you might have already encountered people started attacking using drones in Jammu, I mean in the north side. So that's one example of how drones can be used. It can be used for a destructive purpose or it can be used for protective purpose. And it can the robots and UAVs or drones, every technology, whatever the technology it may be, it's up to us. I mean, it is going to be just a tool in a human hand. So it's up to us whether we are going to use it for good purpose, whether we are going to use it for our own development, or if we are going to use for destructive purposes. Fine. The second type of drone, I sorry, is a second type of robots or entertainment and service robots. So if you are aspiring to become a management, or if you're aspiring you to become hotel management education, or any kind of service types, there is going to be a robot definitely, because as Sudhi sir told, robots are going to soon take over the hotels and in your public places and whatever the shops. Even it may be a little it is not needed to be a five-star hotel or four-star hotel. Even small restaurants are going to adapt these robots due to their cheap cost, because up to like till now robots have been too costly for people to buy. But these can be a really good, attractive and very efficient system or factor where even a small people, I mean the small restaurants or small service sectors can also buy, and or they can also hire them. So these are consumer types of robots. And next type is educational robots. Today, education, it's not only like robots are being introduced in the K-12 classes also. Yeah, from the very beginning, I mean, from the very basic kids, even like a grade of third or fourth, kids being exposed to what a robot is all about. So that's how robotics is being grown. And this robot here, we call it as an NAO robot, NAO. So this is a robot which is used for educational purpose in university level. So if you're going to study for BTech or MTech or whatever the course it may be, every universities are currently using these types of robots for educational purposes. You can play around with it, you can improve it, you can code it, and you can experiment with it. So the next type of robots which I want to show you is that military type. Like I said earlier, military type robots are used for defensive purpose or for protecting the country or for even destroying the enemies or the terrorists or jihadists. So the next type would be humanoid robot. So this is quite famous, like you would have already encountered in many famous movies in Hollywood, in Bollywood, even in Kollywood. These kind of humanoid robots are being shown to people, so that it's not only about entertainment, but people are getting a good knowledge about what robot is all about. And in medical sector also, for surgeries, assistive robots can be used, or it's not can be, it is already being used. And here is for educational purpose, like I said earlier. And this is nothing but an autonomous car. So you might have already heard about Tesla's complete automatic car. So that's how robotic, it is actually a type of robot only. And this is a telepresence robot which can be used in situations or in environments where people can't thrive, or like where humans can't access. So in those quarantine regions, these type of telebots or telepresence robots can be used. So why I'm showing these all types of robots is that, again, it is like whatever the field you may be, you're going to encounter robots. So if you're going to become a doctor, there is a definite chance of using an assistant robot or a surgical robot, because you need to know about these technology, and you need to be aware of how to use it and how these robots are basically built. That's how you can use these technology very effectively. So that's being said and done, I'll be talking about how robots and AI being used in psychology and humanities. So robots can be deployed as a tool of intervention and rehabilitation programs. Generally psychologists or any kind of psychology doctors or psychology students, they tend to take a lot of time to get a good analysis of their patients. And these robots nowadays, these AI systems are being built for getting good assessment. Good assessment from a patient. They can conduct a viva, they can conduct a interactive questionnaire and understand what the patient is currently in a state, or what currently the patient is being or they could, like the AI system could understand what's into their hearts. So that's the extensive, or that's the what to say, it is like a hi-fi AI system understanding a human. It's almost impossible for now, but in very future, at least in next 3 to 4 years, there's going to be an AI system which could understand humans. And also you could see a range of AI driven mental health apps have already been available in our Google Play stores and Apple Play stores. Sorry, and not in Apple Play Store, iStore. So you can also check it out, our cognient and robots. So these are two, or the mental health app which have been using, or which have been built using AI driven system. So you can check it out about it. And the next thing is that about AI in journalism. So today's world, it's all about time. So time is directly proportional to money. So many journalist companies like the Guardian, or uh, the famous journalists from the UK as well as in US, they already being adapted to automated journalism techniques. So here what they'll be doing is that they'll hire or they buy a bot or an AI system which can get, or which can access to large amount of data, and they can build up a huge documentation, or a huge pages and pages of reports. Any kind of time consuming methods can be avoided by using AI systems. What I'm trying to say here is that these robots and AI systems are not going to take over your job as a journalist, but it is rather going to give you a numerous time by reducing heavy workload for you. So you can ask an AI system, like if you're aspiring to become a journalist, you can ask the AI system to write documents, or to write the report, or even to write a story, and then you can have a review on it and you can improve it in a human touching manner. So that's one great application of AI system in journalism. And the other purpose is that why I was meant, what intention is behind this slide is that you need to know about how these AI systems are being built. So only then you can able to adapt it, and only then you can tune it out up. It depends on your own taste. You can tune it up in your own way. Okay, just a second. Yeah. In archaeology. So nowadays archaeology is something the coolest subject, or many people are moving on to archaeology, because technology is going to also play a very great role in it. People, there are situations, or there are environments where people can't go, like inside a pyramid or inside a cave, inside there can be toxins. So in such inaccessible environment, to access into access into those critical areas or to critical paths. So in such situations robots come in handy. You can build, like I have mentioned in the slide, in Algorithmica is a startup company in Rome. They have built and using AI systems and as well as robots widely to explore all over the hazardous environments and archaeological sites. And the next very interesting part is that in agriculture field. So drones and robotics is very much useful, and there are hell lot of startups in India who's being who adapts robots and drones, and they are also developing these technologies to help the farmers for more yield, as well as for reducing the farmers pressure, and for more a profiting way. So what are the different applications here is that we can use a drone system for spraying out the pesticides, or to water the plants, and to even monitor whether the plant is being attacked, or any kind of wild animals being destroying the field. So for every purposes drones can be used. And there are mobile robots which can be used, like mobile robots in the sense the ground robots can be used for, again, for plucking out the ripened fruits or the vegetables, and they can also be used for surveillance purposes, and as well as for monitoring the health condition of the plants. So that's how the world is moving on. So even in India, like I said earlier, these startups are being successfully deployed a lot of drones and robots in the farms and in the fields. So for agriculture inspiring people, or for people who want to become a good farmer, you need to be well versed in these two sectors. I mean these two areas, drones and robotics. Only then you could handle, or you can also improve a robot in order to, or in order in the terms of your own needs. Yes, so that's all for today from my end. So I hope you would have got a great idea about how robotics and drones and other AI systems, and even hi-fi technologies are being used in various kinds of field other than engineering part. So like I said earlier, I mean in the beginning, it can be implemented in space, it can be implemented in art sectors, it can be implemented in psychology, medical field, and also in agriculture. So if you have any further queries, or if you want to know more about it, you can mail me with the official mail ID which I have been provided in this slide. And I hope for a very best future for you guys. So thank you.
Thank you for a wonderful session. Now I would like to invite Ms. Shruti to give you a glance on the admissions.
Okay, yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, Hari Lakshman, and thank you, Sudhir, sir, for sharing such a valuable informations. So, very good evening to all. As you all know that we have already completed our both phases, and now we are here to start with the phase 3 from July 11 to 14. So please be sure that you all are submitted your willingness for the phase 3. So the last date So the last day to submit the willingness is 5th of July, 8 p.m. It is very important to submit the willingness to book the slot for phase 3. So all the applicants who are willing to appear for the phase 3 examination, please be sure that you have submit the willingness by July 5th before 8 p.m. So to submit the willingness, you can log into the Amrita online admission portal with your registered email ID and password. Then go to the dashboard. You will get a phase 3 willingness option and click on the green tab and you can proceed. Then after submitting the willingness by July 7th 3 p.m. we will be starting the slot booking. So it is mandatory to book this slot to attend the A3 phase 3 examination. After submitting the willingness, you have to log in to your Amrita online dashboard and you can book the slot. Also, you will get the slot booking link to your registered email IDs. Then the mock test will be starting from 8th July to 10th. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So the link for the mock test, the examination guide, user manual, the exam instructions, everything will be available in your Amrita online admission portal dashboard, as well as you can please check your registered email ID, and you can go through the instructions, exam instructions, and you can install the Sublite software to attend the mock test. So before attending the phase 3 live examination, please make it sure that all the applicants have taken the mock test. It is very important to take the mock test for the smoother live test, and the installation of the software shall be done and tested in advance. The A3 examination will be from July 11 to 14. It will be there in two sessions per day, that is 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., then 2 to 3:30 p.m. So while booking the slot, you can book your slot accordingly. And then you can download your admit card. Just go through the admit card to check your informations are correct. Then you can attend the mock test, and you can proceed for the live examination. Then after the live examination, it's regarding the AEEE score. The AEEE score will be published by July 21st. You can log into your Amrita admission portal, and in the dashboard you can see your scores. Those applicants who have already applied for phase 1 and phase 2, the both score will also be visible in your dashboard. And if any inquiry regarding or any doubts regarding the admission, you can please contact to these below mentioned mobile numbers, and also you can shoot a mail to btech@amrita.edu. So any
Thank you.
doubt? Yes.
Thank you, Shruti, for all the information. Now we will be moving to the Q&A session. Students, you can start typing your questions in the chat box. So the first question is, I have applied to Amrita with SAT score, but I was unable to send it as the college board is asking something like $12. So is sending SAT score to Amrita free or not?
No student. So you need to pay the $12 if you really want to apply through SAT to Amrita University. And one more thing is, we are accepting SAT subject specific scores. So if you have written subject specific scores, I mean, if you have got that test, if you have written that test, you can apply for to Amrita University using SAT scores.
Thank you, Sudhir. The next question is, when is phase 3 exam?
So phase 3 exam will be happening from July 11th to 14th, just before we have shown you on the slides, like when the exam will be. So from July 11th to 14th, if you really want to write that exam, submit your willingness to write the exam by July 5th. Please remember these dates. July 5th is the last date to submit your willingness to write phase 3, and phase 3 dates are July 11th to 14th.
Thank you, Sudhir. Question is there scholarship for all courses?
Yes, scholarship is available for all the courses and for all the branches in Amrita. But the main thing you should know is scholarship is only based on the merit, the rank which you will be achieving in the AEEE or through your JEE percentiles.
Thank you, Sudhir. Uh, what what does submit willingness means?
So a lot of students are confused what is this willingness and all. Willingness means is just like a written confirmation which we will be taking from you that you will be attending phase 3, because we need that count, because we will be allotting you resources to write that exam today, and one proctor will be monitoring you on that day. That's why you need to give confirmation before. If you go to your application portal, how you have applied, there you can just put a tick, I am willing to write phase 3. That is called willingness. Please submit that before July 5th.
Thank you, Sudhir. The next question is, what will be the fee structure for BTech courses?
So the BTech courses, the fee structure is on an average, if you are not getting into scholarship slabs, on an average it will be 3 lakhs per annum. There will be extra 1 lakh for hostel and food facilities. So all around it will be 4 lakhs. But if you are getting scholarships, so we will be having three more slabs: slab 1, slab 2, slab 3. The fees will be varying from 1 lakh to 3 lakhs in between in these three slabs.
The next question is, what do you mean by slabs?
So as I have told, these slabs are only based on the merit or scholarship slabs. So if you are in top 10%, there will be one slab. If you are in top 20%, I mean the ranks. I'm not talking about the marks. Lot of students are posting today. I got 150. Would I get a scholarship? I got 140. What branch I will get? All the all the seat allotment will be happening only after ranks are announced. We will be in no way to tell you which branch you will be getting just with your marks, because your friend is writing again to improve the marks in phase 3. Today you got 143, your friend also got 143, so your friend is writing again the test in phase 3 to improve his marks, and later he will be getting 160. Then you can't say I haven't got a chance to improve your marks. So if you really want to improve your marks and get good rank, try to write the exam again, and we will be considering the best score only. If you have written all the three phases, we will consider your best score and give you the rank based on that score.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, I have tried to contact Amrita through the toll-free numbers, but I was not able to reach any of the numbers.
So, students, if you are unable to reach any of the toll-free numbers, please raise an email to btech@amrita.edu, because our counselors might be working from 9 to 9 in the morning. If you're calling during a lunch break, or if you're calling in the early hours or in the evening hours, so they might not attend your calls. So please try to call them in the working hours, or otherwise, if somebody haven't returned your call, so please raise a mail to btech@amrita.edu. For sure, that mail will be replied in 1 or 2 days.
Thank you, Sudhir. The next question is, what is the fee structure for management quota?
Students who are really interested in joining management quota, please call the numbers mentioned in the inquiry as soon as possible, or raise a mail to engg@amrita.edu, because management quota there won't be much seats available. So there are very less number of seats available for management quota, and it's like first come first serve basis. So you need to call them soon and find out the process to join. So they will be sending you mail and informing you all the details. So please get the number from the website in the inquiry tab, and you will be able to get all the details through them.
Thank you, Sudhir. So that's all from the students. Thank you, Sudhir. Thank you, Har Lakshman, and thank you, Shruti, for a wonderful session. So thank you, students, for joining today and all the 5 days throughout Disha. Thank you all for joining. I hope you all like the session. So we'll see you next time for another session. Have a good day. Bye.